You just mentioned it. We are right next door to you in Provo, but we had to come to Vegas to hang out.
Yeah, this is great. It's like recruiting. We come to Vegas to watch kids from Provo High all the time. So that's what we do.
We only talked to you outside of Studio B, I guess now. It was in the BYU store, and now we're here. So.
That's right. Yeah.
We just like talking to you.
This is good. This is good. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
We're doing all right. The football team's 1-6. We're excited for the game Saturday, but we're excited to talk hoops too. The Cougar tip-off's next week. You're practicing.
It's time to get going. Our guys are playing hard. Our practices are good. I think they're pretty intense. We've got a lot to learn and a lot to improve upon. It's a time of year for us that is always really so important because it seems like we're always grabbing guys from other places to bring them together to make a team out of us. We very seldom have a lot of returning players, and this year we do. We've got.
Hey, I thought we had movie night. Where are you?
Dad. You know what? That's okay. We'll go upstairs and watch it instead.
Hey guys, why don't you guys just have a seat?
Who's there?
How often do you get the
team out of this group?
And you bring up experience. Luke Worthington is one of those guys that comes back from his mission and has worked really hard. We just talked to him about getting some three-point shots.
We put the over-under at 1.5 on three-pointers from Luke this year. What do you think?
Well, you know, you never know. It could be. I mean, Eric got 1-3 last year when it was late in the shot clock.
Against St. Louis?
I think it was
Valparaiso.
Yeah.
In Vegas here.
Yeah, so he'll have an opportunity to crank those depending on that shot clock. You know,
where'd Luke go? He said you have an opportunity, Luke. That's great. It's great for you. Yesterday, Jeff Judkins told us that the autograph picture that we gave as a housewarming gift is still on his desk. Where is our photo for you?
You know, I actually ran across that the other day. I was cleaning out my office.
Oh, boy.
And it was back in the corner in one of the drawers.
Dusty.
And I left it there, which is a good sign.
Okay.
Because a lot of stuff didn't stay in my office.
Wow.
Yeah, it was removed, so it's
we
still
made the initial cut,
it's
I guess.
Win. It's a win.
We'll take some dust.
Yeah,
Absolutely. It doesn't matter that it's in a drawer. I just want to be in the office, man.
It's nice. I like it.
Coach, BYU picked to finish in third place. Do you ever utilize that as motivation of any sort for your team when they're like, hey, look, I think we can be better than what the coaches are projecting us to be?
Well, I think that for us right now, that's an important part of what these guys need to figure out is the fact that, you know, this is like, I don't know, 2-3 years in a row where we've been picked in that spot, and that's where we finished. And that's what needs to be the message is that you can pick us there, but we just can't finish there. Let's finish above and let's do better. And I think this group is really dialed in on that. It'll be interesting to see how we come out, get started. The place that we are in college basketball is that all 30 games in this thing is really, really important for us. We can't seem to have a 5, 6, 8 game, problem to start the season or in the middle of the year. I mean, you've got to run this thing really well and then be good late. And last year we played our best game, the last scheduled game of the season, and then we weren't very good after that. So we've got a lot of things to kind of compare to with the returning group that felt that and understands it, and then some guys added to it that we've got 3 guys off missions who all played on an NCAA team, tournament team, and hopefully that will help us in our process. But this is an interesting year for our guys, and I look forward to see how we respond to it.
You voted for St. Mary's to win the league. There's more known there than Gonzaga per se, but what makes, in your opinion, St. Mary's the team to beat in the league this year?
Well, I almost voted for Gonzaga just simply so you guys wouldn't think you're so smart, that you figured everything out, But the bottom line is that they've got the returning experience from a Sweet 16, a team that was a couple points away from a Sweet 16, and Mark does such a great job with his team. I think that what you're talking to me about, he'll really use with his team as far as the coaches picking to finish second after they've won the league, some 14 or 15 years in a row or close to it. So, but I do feel that the respect of those 3 players that are returning and what they've done the last 2 years, it's going to make it really hard to beat them. And we had a really hard time beating them. I think it's the first time in my career when we've had a team that beat us 3 times in the same season. So. That's it's a big priority for us. We know they're good. We know they're well coached, and we know they're really experienced. So we look forward to the challenge.
Did the changes that Heath brought in, do those in some way counteract what St. Mary's was able to successfully do last year to make you more competitive against that matchup that is coming?
Well, I think the two things that are the most important that we're really putting our biggest emphasis on is defensively to be better at guarding the three. And that three-point shot has always been an advantage for us. And the last year or two, it's been a disadvantage. We haven't shot it as well, and we haven't defended it nearly well enough. So that's the initial, start of this. But offensively, we've been a really quick shooting team, which has been good for us. But it's proven over the course of trying to win this league, it's too inconsistent. And so we need to be a better executing half-court offensive team. You'll still see us up in transition. We'll still be really good at scoring out of bounds under. We'll be good at getting to the free throw line. We'll be good on offensive rebounds. But I think our execution in the half-court will be a lot different and a lot better and help us hopefully be more consistent. To win this league, you can't lose. I mean, you're not going to win this league at 10-6.
No, 16-2 is the average.
16-2 is the average, yeah.
So you got to be really, really consistent, and that's our challenge.
The two preseason all-conference players from your team are both sophomores. What does that say about this BYU basketball roster?
It's young. It's still young, but it's got more experience to it. They both have been through this before, and that's important. Last year we had two starters that ended up getting hurt and have season-ending injuries, and we started a really young team, underclassmen. And a lot of those guys were in it for the first time. Yo for the first time, TJ for the first time, Eli for the first time. I mean, we got guys who have been through this now, which I hope will help us, and especially in our consistency. We know the challenge of what it's like to play on the road in this league, and the home games after a quick turnaround on a Thursday night when you're flying back and playing at home. Schedule's pretty difficult to manage. Everyone's going through it, but the bottom line is consistency is the key.
How's the health of the team right now?
Well, it's pretty good right now, except for one player.
Looking for some wood here.
This wood there?
There, I found some wood.
We love the Orleans, but this is not real. This wood here.
That's our temporary desk.
Ryan had a knee surgery, and so he'll still be out for a while. But the other 14 guys have been in practice every day, and that's a good sign. And looking forward to get them out in front of the fans, get the lights on, get their uniforms on, let them execute a little bit, see what kind of slippage we have, and then build from there.
I know you spent a lot of time and emphasis on defending the three-point line, and will continue to do that, especially with the current state of the West Coast Conference and how they play against BYU. On a game-to-game basis, do you want to outshoot or shoot more three-pointers than your competition in WCC play?
Yeah, that's a goal for us. Is that, but going into every season, that's a plan. You have a plan, and then after about 5 or 6 games, you got to see what's actually working for you, because you still got to figure out how to win games. And sometimes you have to reinvent a lot of what your plan was early in order to find a way that you can navigate through the season and be successful and win. And we've had 12 straight postseason teams, and we're looking forward to another one this year, and want it to be in the NCAA tournament, not the NIT.
Are we any closer to having you add me on Instagram?
Yeah, we are closer. It's right on a sheet of paper next to that picture in the back left corner.
So
of that
it's really
drawer.
dusty? Is that what you're saying?
No, there's just a little note there.
Oh.
That says reorganize and look for Jerem. It's there.
This could be taken. We can do this right now if you want.
That's not a really high priority for me. But I did, since the last time we've talked, I think I've posted 2 or 3 times. I posted on my wife's birthday, which was...
Coach. We would not know because we're not having
I got good points for that.
Let's go, man. Yes.
So we're super excited to see that one day.
I'm really learning a lot about that. But like I said last time, it's amazing to me that it puts you in a bad spot with a lot of people. I didn't realize that, because there's a lot of people like Jerem that want in. And when you don't let them in, there's an issue. And I can tell that it's an issue with this guy.
It's a small issue.
But when we get, this is when this could really happen.
Yeah.
When you actually produce the first Dave Rowe show.
November 27th.
Then that might change things.
Or 28th.
Because it's a thought process. I go through all of them. They all look. And
you're like, wow, Jerem's actually prepared.
Maybe he's the guy. We'll see.
Maybe I'm the guy. I've been told that so often.
Yeah.
Oh
Listen, you've made it when Dave Rose adds you on the gram.
We just got a burger at the wall. That's nothing compared to this. That's nothing.
This really was not supposed to be that big a deal.
Be careful.
I can tell you're like,
talking about the picture. Jared wants to be on Instagram.
I was just supposed to jump in and be able to follow my guys a little bit.
Hey, now he's going to want
to be one of your guys.
He's going to want one of those fingerprint access things to the annex.
We're going through Juddy on that one.
Coach, great to have you with us.
All right, guys. Good luck to you.
Thanks, Dave.
Good luck with your flight. And good luck to the Cougs tonight.
Thank you very much.